Hello everyone, this is Direwolf20, and welcome to episode 71 of Direwolf20's Let's Play series, where today I'm going to work on the molten plastic that we need to make. So last episode we got a decent amount of biodiesel cooking. Where are we at right now with it? Biodiesel, we're almost 10 buckets worth, so that's not bad. As you can see, I plopped down a nice drop of glycerol collector chest here, which will probably need to turn into a void chest at some point, like some kind of void drawer or something like that. I also hooked up charcoal outputs to my air compressors. I never really did that, kind of forgot, and then realized, hey, that might be a good thing to do. So as you can see, they're keeping everything pressurized for me at this point. We may need it to do more, but we'll kind of play that out as we see fit. As we progress, there will be better and nicer ways to produce air pressure. So we'll absolutely be looking into that. Today, though, I want to get plastic going so we can get into progression, right? Like, we need to progress, so let's progress. Let's go. Come on. Everybody's waiting for us. Let's do it. So to do that, I'm just going to start breaking into the walls a little bit, as is Dyer's design. Just break walls and hide everything. That's kind of the approach we usually take. And what we need to do today is get another one of those thermoelectric dudes. Okay. Perfect. We have one. And you're going to get plopped down, I'm thinking like right here-ish. Does that sound cool? Okay. Now, to make plastic, we don't need pressure, but we do need heat. And the heat has to be greater than 100 degrees C. So what I'm going to do is pop down my vortex tube here. Boop. But in the other direction. And you're going to get pressure. Okay. But you're likely going to get pressure like this. And let's go with... Is there anything that can just like output like a static redstone signal, like a static amount, like an exact value? Redstone wiring mapper from Control Engineering. Redstone link, redstone relay. I thought there was something. I thought Create had something for like a static. Redstone randomizer, definitely not what I want. There's got to be something in here that just says like, hey, I want, you know, a redstone signal strength of 12. And I thought Create had something for that. But I must be crazy, right? Hey, here we go. I knew there was something that Create had for this. So if we get an analog lever... Wait, andesite casings have to be made... What? 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 Since when? Manual item application. Andesite alloy right-clicked on... Does it have to be? Alright, well, let's see. Andesite alloy... Let's see if I can right-click it on the log here. Oh, we did update Create to version 0.5, so that probably is what did it. Do we have an axe handy? That'll do for now. I just need this analog lever. I might need a few analog levers. It doesn't hurt to make a few extra. Okay. So that's that, and then you guys can all become that, and now we're winning. So check this out. I'm pretty sure... Let's see how this works, but I'm pretty sure... 1. Oh, that's cool. Look at how cool that is. I like that a lot. I like that a lot. So, what we're going to do, as expected, is we're just going to stick this here. And we'll make it like 13. Right? So his threshold will be 0.7 bars of pressure. And then we do this, and we should be connected. And we'll see how hot that lets this get. And if it needs to be more, you can shift right-click to bring it down, right? So now it's going to allow 1 bar of pressure in here. And we'll see if 1 bar is enough to hit 100 degrees Celsius. If it is, cool. If it's not, we just right-click this thing again with a shift, and boom, it lower. That's awesome. I like that a lot, actually. I might re-implement that here as well. Is that a plan? So you're currently applying a signal of 13, right? If I put a redstone torch under here, and then 13, and then you're cool? I think you're cool, at least. Yeah, perfect. That works, right? Isn't that cool? I like that. That's actually very cool. That's actually very cool, right? Now you're hitting 97-ish, 94, 95. So let's just do one more shift right click to bring you down. You will now be allowed to do 1.3 bars of pressure, which should bring you up over 100 degrees C, which means we're now ready to do plastic. Cool? So let's set that up. Okay. So what I'm going to want is a node. Now you were going to extract your biodiesel on orange, if I remember correctly, right? So biodiesel will insert on orange. Okay. On the up. So like, let's pre-configure this card by turning this off. I'm going to snag one of these. Or not items, obviously, but fluids, which we're going to need some more cards for. Easy peasy these days, huh? Not too shabby. In before I run out of RF because I've been completely neglecting my nuclear reactor. Or maybe it's exploded by now. I don't know. So on the up, you're going to get biodiesel. Sweet. And that's what we need for plastic, right? With charcoal. So now we can do this. We can get all these put in my card holder. Okay. And you're ready with your biodiesel. You'll continue making more. Slowly but surely, but we're getting there. Okay. And then as for charcoal, we probably just want to run another exporter and some cabling. Right, like so. And we have plastic, folks. We have plastic. That is cool. All right. So now we can use that to get molten plastic, right? So let's talk about how we're going to solidify this. So heat frame cooling is a way we can do this. Or we can just place it in the world and we'll get a plastic sheet. Those are your only options, really, I believe. Heat frame cooling can be placed on any inventory. When heated by an adjacent heat source, we'll try to smelt any item as well as freeze it when cooled. I'm curious how that works. Because if you put it on a tank... So let's do a small fluid tank, right? Which we already know how to make, and that's cool. Okay. So if I popped you, let's say, here. Okay. Now we might need to have another vortex guy, but we can make that happen easily. I'm suspecting we're going to need to cool it, right? And let's see what you do with this. It is a heat frame. That doesn't look so bad. So first, let's get a couple buckets of plastic in there, because I'm kind of curious how this works. Is it going to just drop the plastic into the world, or, you know, we'll figure it out, I guess. Oh, nice. My inventory is hilariously full. Let's put away some things for the moment. Especially some things we don't need no mores. Great. All right, so now we've got 6 buckets of plastic in there, right? And now that should be like 60 pieces of plastic, because if you do the math on this, let's see. 1 bucket becomes 1 plastic. I thought it was, no, it's right. It's 1 to 1, right? 1 bucket becomes 1 plastic in world solidifying. Okay, so yeah, that'll be 6 pieces of plastic. But remember, it's like the transition here is like a super tiny amount. It's like 100 millibuckets. So you get 10 plastic per bucket of biodiesel. I knew there was a good transition somewhere. So if I put heat frame, does it have to go in a chest? It might need to go on a chest. Let's see. So I'm going to assume that we want to put a chest down and the heat frame goes on the chest. That seems better. Okay. So now the heat, the chest is like, you know, room temperature-ish. But now we want to apply a vortex doohickey with the cold side facing there. Okay? And that's going to be an important note. Now, what I might do, let's get a redstone torch, because I probably want to move this. So you should be getting 0 bars of pressure, so you're an 11. That works. He might have gotten upped a little bit, but that's okay. It won't hurt if he gets a little extra. The reason I did that is I'm going to want to have another pressure line here, whose job it will be wondering if I should... it's fine. I think we'll leave it as is. Did you get knocked off? Oh my goodness, you did. Okay, that's better. These things use like a pretty significant amount of pressure from what I remember. So yeah, that's fine. 1.3 bars is what you're allowed to have now. Okay, so we're probably going to want another pressure line here, who will be configured. We may not. I think we're going to want him to use it all. I think we want to use as much pressure as we can cram into this thing, because you'll note if we look at the plastic production sheet tooltip, it tells us if we use a heat frame cooler, bonus output chance, 1% chance for an extra plastic sheet per degree below 0C. Multiply the limit 1.75x. So that means the colder we get this thing, the better chance we have for extra plastic. So I want this thing to be like massively cold. Okay, we're already at 100 degrees below C, right? Negative 100. So that tells me we have a 100% chance of getting extra plastic. So if I put this in here, what I'm thinking will happen, we've got 6 millibuckets, or 6,000 millibuckets, so 6 buckets of plastic. We should get 6 plastic pieces from this, but because of the bonus output, we might get anywhere from 12 to 18. Is that cool? So let's let him get as cold as possible. Wow, he turned purple. That's neat. Look how cold he gets when we just, you know, cram as much pressure as we can into this thing. So let's throw it in and see what happens. Boom. Well, we got 8. So that's not bad. And you can see it absolutely used some of the temperature to do the cooling. So that's kind of cool. I like that. All right. Not bad. So what I'll probably set up here is a new channel of extract fluid, right? So on the up, okay, I'm going to want you So we're going to want an insert on, let's do channel 2, and an extract on channel 2. And on the up, that will be you. And on the up, that will be you. And then we just need to find it. And you should be getting plastic. Nice. That works for me. That 100% works for me. Right? How cool is that? I'll tell you how cool it is. It's negative 270 degrees Celsius cool. Now I'm thinking we might want to do one bucket at a time here. And the reason for that is, maybe I want, I don't know, we'll see. I might rearrange some of this just to make it look a little bit nicer, but we'll see, right? But if I got a bucket's worth, right, let's get 4 buckets worth. Okay, and I put 1 bucket in here. Hooray! Plastic. Boom, boom. Right, and then we give it a chance to cool. Right? So what we could do, you ready for this? What if every 5 seconds we were allowed to transfer stuff? So what I'm going to say is extract on white, 1 item at a time, but every 100 ticks, which is 5 seconds. Okay? And then insert on orange. And you will extract on orange, just as fast as you like, and insert on white. So watch what happens when I put the 2 buckets of plastic in here. In about 5 seconds, whatever the timing happens to be, he should transfer his bucket of molten plastic. I assume you can just transfer, right? Yep, there it goes. Oh, he transferred in and out super fast. So let's do a filter. Poop. So you can only extract plastic sheets. And you can only extract the buckets. Oh, and then you probably also want to extract empty buckets. You could just do that. Cool? How cool is that? All right, so check it out. Let's try that again. All right, so we put these 4 in here. One's going to go in, and then it's going to wait 5 seconds before the next one. Enough for it to cool off a little bit. Maybe not quite enough, so we could bump it up to, for example, 200 ticks. Right now it's going to wait 10 seconds before it transfers. Okay. So let's let it get nice and cool again. And I think if we give you some like heat sinks in the back, it'll cool faster. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong on this. A block that disperses heat in the air. It only connects to the block it's on, not simply adjacent to. When an air grate is pointed at, its effectiveness is greatly increased. Oh, that's cool. So if I think if I throw a heat sink on this, it'll cool faster. I guess we'll find out. But now it's every 10 seconds that it'll go, right? So then it has a chance to cool off again. And then it's going to go. And it has a chance to cool off again. And then it's going to go every 10 seconds. Is that cool? I think that's a cool way to do this. So that we guarantee we maximize our plastic sheet duping capabilities, right? And then we could always just say, hey, the way to get plastic sheets is to put a bucket of plastic in here. But, we'll get there. We'll get there. But I think that's pretty stinking cool. Yeah? Okay, that works for me. That works for me. Now, at some point, I imagine we're going to start struggling with our air compressors here. And we're going to need to maybe do a little bit. We should probably throw another air compressor on at least. Let's put it here. Is that a fair place for it? I think we could. That would probably be the best place for it. And I'll tell you why in a sec. So, air compressor. Did I not teach you this bit, reinforced bricks? So if I put an air compressor here, now you guys are all set to low signal, so same deal with you, low signal. Okay. And if I borrowed a quick charcoal here. Oops. There we go. Much better. Cool. All right. And then on the down, we just have a redstone insert. Right? It is there, yes. I can't see the laser, but I assume it's working. Yes, it looks good to me. So that in the event that you guys get a redstone signal, that will shut everybody off. Why did that not trigger? Do what now? Explain this to me. Input. On the down. Oh, you need to be an output number 1. But, huh? That does not make sense. Wasn't this working last episode? And I don't think we have a new version of the right version, right? I did update the pack, but it should have 132 in it. So I'm confused and concerned because that means my turn off the thing doesn't work, and that's not good. I mean, I could always like make it do something else, right? We could have it do what if we did this? And then we gave you guys a strong redstone signal. Would you behave then? Yes. All right, looks like I have another bug to troubleshoot. Redstone gives me a headache. I just want you all to know that the code behind Redstone is just... It doesn't make any sense why that didn't work, but it's fine. We are cool now. That's another way to do it. And it just means a little bit more tidy floor anyway, right? So, yeah, I'm down with that. That works for me. Cool. All right, back in a minute. So now that we have plastic available to us, we should be able to get an Amazon tablet, which is cool. We can make a GPS tool. Okay, which is used for a bunch of cool stuff, by the way. And then we need an air canister. And then finally, the Amazon tablet. Sweet. Better than villagers. It is better than villagers, isn't it? So charge up some stuff in there. Pressurize that guy. Right-click an inventory to allow it to provide items to vendors. Right-click a tank to allow it to provide fluids to vendors. Cool. It's used to order items and fluids similar to villager trading, except trades are delivered by drones, which is way more awesome than villagers. Pick-up and drop-off locations must be specified by right-clicking an inventory and/or tank with the tablet. So all we need to do is pop outside, because, I mean, we don't want to make a poor drone fly inside. That seems rude. Okay. So step one, get a chest. And I know I want a few emeralds, so let's get a handful of them. Wow, I have 1.7 thousand emerald ore? That is bananas. How do I even have that? I don't even know. Where did all this come from? Yeah, it's probably coming from my digital miner thingy. That's got to be it. That's got to be it. Yeah, 100% that's what it is. That's probably where most of these ores are coming from. Let's also sleep through the night. And then get our Amazon tablet out of the charging station, because that's enough gas for you. 2.4 bars? Seems fine. Look, we're starting to get a little bit of copper oxidation, which is kind of neat. Not today, sir. So we right-click? Or shift right-click? Oh, cool. Nice. No problems. 0 out of 50 offers are used. Oh, neat. Custom player trades. This is information on it. Slot interaction, +1 right-click. Okay. Disclaimer, not responsible for any loss or damage. Okay, so here's what we do. We place our emeralds in this chest, and we know what we want to order. What we want to order is the PCB blueprint. So I think we left-click, or was it right-click? Right-click is +1. Cool, so now we have an order of 1 PCB blueprint, which will require 8 emeralds, which are in the chest. So if I hit place order, boop. Look, here comes the Amazon. He took my emeralds. Thank you. And then another Amazon should come and deliver my PCB blueprint. Hello, little sir. Thank you. Ha ha ha. How cool is that? Also, by the way, spoiler alert, there's a whole drone system for logistics. So if you want drones transporting items and fluids around your world, say no more. We got you, fam. So now that we have that item, we can make the UV light box, which is a very important part of what we're going to need to do here. So UV light boxes, if I'm not mistaken, also require pressure. Yep, they 100% do. Problems, no item inserted. Well, yeah, we'll get there. So remember what we wanted to work on here, right? So we've got heat frames, we've got a lot of this covered. Finished PCB is really what we're ultimately after. Right? So a finished PCB is what we're really ultimately after. And to get that, we're going to need some of these items which are easily made in our pressure chamber, so not a big deal. The unassembled PCB, which is made in an etching tank, so we're going to need one of them, with etching acid, and an empty PCB. But let's get this one, which is made in a pressure chamber with 2 redstone torches, 3 gold nuggets, and a plastic sheet. So gold nuggets and a plastic sheet, right? So that should make this dude. And then we're going to want some etching acid, which is made in here with gunpowder, flesh, spider eye, and molten plastic. Sweet, 3 empty PCBs. Nice. Okay. So 2 of you, 2 of you, and 2 of you with the plastic bucket should make the etching acid. And then we need to etch that in an etching tank. Which may or may not need pressure. Oh. Empty temperature. Can optionally be heated above 50C for progressively faster etching, but etching acid will slowly be used when heated thus. Okay, so if I want to heat it, it will cost me extra etching acid. If I don't heat it, it won't. Seems fair. Okay. So give me that bucket of etching acid. We're going to put it in there. Cool. Now remember, when we etch it, we have a chance of getting it, and that chance is based on how lit up it is. So if I can I put all three in here? Oh my goodness, it's bright. It's very bright. But you can see the etch chance success is increasing, right? So you could set a threshold. So you could have it eject when its etch chance is done. So let's in fact put a chest here with a node. So on here, we're going to need more cards, aren't we? Perfect. Right? So you insert on, let's say, white, and you extract on orange, right? Do we need to filter him, you think? Probably. Probably. So how about on the up, your extract filter, we will specify matching NBT, and it's empty PCBs are what we're allowed to extract from here. Okay, with a 0% chance of success, right? And then over here, that's on orange. So we want to insert on orange, extract on white. And I'm assuming he won't move to the extract slot until he reaches his threshold, so we shouldn't need to, do anything with that. Cool. Now, I'm also assuming that tick accelerating this won't do much, or will it? Not really. Maybe? I guess a little bit, yeah. Cool. So once he hits 100% success, he will allow me to extract him, and boom, a new one goes in. Wow, yeah, look at that. I guess it slows down as it gets more etched. Okay. Where, pray tell, did the thing go? Do what now? Extract on white? Did I just find a bug with laser IO? It has to have gone somewhere, yes? Unless there's a chance for this thing to get destroyed in the UV light box. Mm-hmm. Wait and see what happens. I'm going to take you out. Maybe it tried to stack it and they didn't really stack. I don't know. That doesn't make any. No, it shouldn't have. I mean, we're going to have to wait and see what happened. I might have to test this in my dev environment because I have no idea. First, I have to see if I can replicate that happened. Because there's nowhere else for this to go, right? This thing's not linked to anything, so there's nowhere else it could have gone. So let's wait to see what happens when it hits 100% and see if it gets pulled out. I want to look for the particle effects. $99. And it's white that's extracting, right? So let's see. Anything? Hey, Amatron has new daily offers available. That's funny. It absolutely went in there. Okay, cool. And then you go into there. And then I want to see, like, does it try to stack it or what the deal? No, it absolutely was fine. I'm gonna have to test that. I'm gonna have to see what's up with that, because that's weird. The only other thing I could try is making another batch of these, which is 2 redstone, 3 gold, and a plastic, right? I just want to see if I can replicate this bug. But now I think I put you guys in here and they will etch. And the etching takes a while, right? 150 seconds, which is, 2.5 minutes to etch. But then once you're done, we have a 100% chance to etch it, so we're good. We have to see what happens. Particles. Yes, it did it again. All right, well, at least it's a repeatable bug. At least it's a repeatable bug. So that time it went in there. It must be trying to stack them. And, they don't stack. And it's voiding it somehow. But I've not seen that with any other item. So that's super weird. So I'm going to have to, step through that and find out if that's laser IO or if that's something funny with the way these items are configured. I don't know. We'll figure it out. For now, though, Dial20 signing off. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. We'll come back next time to figure out what to do with these PCBs now that we got them. Cool? All right. For now, take it easy.